Hey everybody, hope you're having a good day. Hope you've had a great holiday, great Christmas. We are between Christmas and New Year's. We've had a lot of super cold weather. I know most of the country has as well. Today it's actually warmed up, but it's extremely windy. It's about 52. But I'm curious to find out if any of our Agribon or attempts to keep everything, is that windy or what? See if our Agribon and greenhouses or anything had any effect on keeping our lettuces and other greens protected from the cold. We had temperatures down. I think our low was 9. Our lowest temperature was around 9. We've had a lot of single digits and some teens, but we're going to check it out today and see if anything survived the cold. All right, so here I am in the greenhouse. This, I can tell already, this is just done. This is gone. So this had Agribon. This is in our greenhouse. And the Swiss chard and the beets right here, those are totally dead. The Swiss chard is totally dead and frozen. The turnips, the rutabagas, the collard greens, and let's see what's in here. Oh my goodness. I'm so surprised. The, my goodness, what do you call that? It'll come back to me. But even this lettuce looks like it might come back. So that one that wasn't covered is pretty frozen. But this Italian parsley looks like it actually survived. And under here we had some of our loose leaf lettuce. If I cut that back, it might survive or come out, but we'll probably just pull this out, feed it to the chickens. Look at that. A whole lot of that survived. So that worked pretty well. I'll come back and fold these up and wait for the next cold snap. And then we've talked about these before in previous videos, but we have these pot heaters. So we put a clay pot and usually just 3 candles, but in that super cold, we put more underneath there to try to keep it protected. So a little bit of success, but mostly not. Everything else in here is frozen, so we'll have to get all this cleaned up. In the greenhouse here, I had 2 of these clay pots with we use for heat, and they work really well. You just put a candle under a clay pot, prop up the bottom. If you have a lid to put on this part, works even better. I'll show you that in our other greenhouse. All right, so we had a couple of beds of lettuce, some Salanova, and some head lettuces, and some leaf lettuces in the Salanova variety. Let's look under these and see, because we had 2 layers of Agribon on here. We have these EMT clips. These are 1/2-inch EMT clips over the top here. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. There's a large amount of that survived. So I'll have to come back out here and clean this up a little bit. Let's see about this one. So that is the green. Hopefully you can see this under here. Let's take another clip off. So underneath there, and the red leaf lettuce has survived. That looks great. All right, happy for that. Very strange that in the greenhouse it all froze and died, and in here it actually made it. So pull a couple of the EMT clips. So I have these EMT clips over 1/2-inch electrical conduit, or EMT, and it has worked really well as far as holding that in place. And these out here, these are red and green Salanova, just under the Agribon, 2 layers. A little frostbite here and there, but overall, those might just pull through. We will have to pull the rest of these covers up and check them out. But I'm absolutely surprised that any of that survives at all. But you can see the edges on some of these have some frost damage, so we'll have to clean those, trim those up, and those are still usable. But it's nice and sunny today, so I'm gonna I'm going to get these uncovered in a few minutes and let them get some sunshine. Maybe spray them with some fertilizer and sea mist, see if we can clean that up. Now this is our small greenhouse. We usually put like patio plants and things in here. It's been around for a long time, so I just have these screws that hold the front door on, and I've got cinder blocks around it. It's weighted down with wood at the base, so 4x4s it's nailed to. So in this greenhouse here, looks like we have some survivors, but at the same time, so we have spearmint and some of the mints. Those will come back. Goodness, our bay laurel is gone. Pequeno peppers are pretty bitten. And this guy is a mint plant. He did all right. We have some mulberry trees in here, some new mulberries, and they're meant to go dormant anyway. So, but our fruit trees, we have these three. We have one Caracara and Satsuma oranges in here. We have harvested the oranges off of them a few weeks before the cold, but in here, those guys did not do great. So even with another one of the clay pot heaters, when it got down to the teens and single digits, this did not help. But in mid freezes, you know, like in the mid 20s, this does pretty well. But did not work for that super cold. So, all right. So out here in our kitchen garden, we have a couple of beds that were just covered with some fabric. This is a freeze cloth that's on here. Let's see if anything survived under this one. Get all the rocks off of this. Well, the arugula did not. It is pretty much gone, but the cilantro looks like we may have a good comeback. That will probably come right back. So yeah, it's got a lot of frost damage on the cilantro, but covered, it will survive. It will come back quickly. Over here, our chives froze. Lemon balm, obviously these are not cold hardly, they froze. And the oregano has been frozen. We have lettuce under this one. Let's see if this is the same lettuce that's out in the field I showed you earlier. It survived out there, but not in here. Look at this. This is totally been frozen. Of course, this is the north side, so it probably took the brunt. These beds out here probably took the brunt of the cold, but they are totally dead. Hey there, little guy. What you up to this morning? Enjoying the sun? Cool. All right. Sage, a little bit frostbitten, but actually survived the cold. Again, there's some more chive, but they look pretty frozen. All right, let's see if anything survived. We have the new beds here made out of CMU blocks. We pull off a few of these, maybe just one in this wind, and see if I can tell if there's anything going on in there. All right. Nope. Everything in here totally gone. Just, yep, did not take the cold even with these hoops. So again, we have this EMT, and these EMT clamps, they do a really good job of holding all this together. And even in the wind, you can see this is held up pretty well. But the Agrabah cloth did not help these survive. All right, so here in the garage, I'll uncover these, but these are our microgreens and our seed starts. So let me get these uncovered so we can see what's going on there. All right, so here in the garage, we have these little shelves set up. We have our microgreens and our seed starts in here. So we have lettuce to replace. These are the leaf lettuces to replace those that have frozen. And these are the Salanovas that are looking pretty good. We have 2 trays there of that. This is an older tray. We'll probably end up planting it just for fun, but I tried an experiment with some fertilizer and it did not like it at all. So more trays of lettuce and a few plants we've got started down here and saving for the spring. There's a whole bunch that needs to be planted outside. I'll probably end up trying to put that in the greenhouse. Over here we have our microgreens. This is a new one I really love. This is a basic salad mix. It has broccoli, a couple different kinds of kale, radishes. But yeah, it's absolutely delicious in salad. There's cabbage in there as well. Down here we have our broccoli microgreens, really good antioxidant and cancer fighter. And right here we have our peas. So those all did really well. Got an old tray down there we just need to dump, but everything in here did really well. So the heat mats, we have these heat mats underneath. I have these trays. I use these trays for watering. These are really nice and sturdy trays from Bootstrap Farmer, and our trays, these blue ones, are from Bootstrap Farmer. These work really these work really well. They're nice and sturdy and will hold up when we do the watering. So in order to water, all I do is I'll make sure these have enough water in them, and then we'll take the tray and turn it and sit it in there. So in this cold weather, about once a week seems to be the trick to keeping them nice and ready to go. So we got plenty of salad greens in here for the homestead and some things to plant for the farm as well. Well, that's it, guys. That's it for today. Just wanted to give you a quick update on how things fared in the cold. We have some success and some failure, but that's to be expected when the temperatures are that cold. You can see behind me there, our solar power has done a great job. We will have an update for you on that coming out very soon. So have a great day. We hope you have had a great Christmas and hope you have a great New Year's. And we'll see you next time. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.